Okay, folks, so what do we do for the next 3 months now that we've taken Christmas down? A lot of us have trouble with this, and it's depressing. So we're going to do a quick video on some winter arrangements that we do in between. We have like 2.5, 3 months till Easter. So what do we look at in between? Well, this is what we're going to do. So I've got everything laid out here that I would use. Well, what the rule of thumb would be is back off from reds and too much glam. They like using that word lately. Okay, so as long as everything cooperates, it could look really good. So we're going to use gold twigs and frosty twigs. We want a little bit of frost, and we're mostly avoiding green as well because those are the colors associated with Christmas time. Now we got some winter berries, and we're going to feather them in here. Most of the country is still in winter with even with snow on the ground, so we want to be true to the time of year. But who says we can't have some greenhouse flowers? I'll shorten that. Okay, there's a start. Okay, so we got a good start on our winter arrangements in the tall vases. And I always like to point out that, of course, it's nice to have an absolute arsenal of florals to use. And we didn't always have a lot to use, but you'll notice this stuff gets used over and over and over, and it was all in our Christmas decor that you saw in our other videos in the beginning. I think I want to put one of these giant sugar cones in here because it's still all about pine and winter and snow. It's just not about Christmas. Unfortunately, it's over for us Christmas lovers. We can stretch it out. My belief, like many, is that Christmas is a season. So we love our season and we live it for 8 to 10 weeks, at least, every year. Okay, so now for our centerpiece. We're going to tone it down a bit, and we're going to go with this flea market find, the old brass pot. We're going to go a little natural with this matte And instead of Oasis, you can use Oasis if you're used to it, of course. I'm going to just use some of these pines that are real small and tight. Now I'm going to show that I have all laid out here my parts and pieces that I might use in the video in the centerpiece. There's stuff behind me, things around both ends that I may choose to use. So because it's winter, I still want to use the pine and pine cones, but you see there's no glitter, glam, whatever terms they're using today. And that just gives, how can you beat that base, right? Now our boxwood, look how great. It's frosty because it's still cold. And we're going to treat this like you're looking at it from the front, because mostly the views of it are from the front. Here's your basic bedding. And now I've got to decide if I've got enough. I'm really liking this, the blueberries, but I can only find one of them. I don't know. Let's see. Here's some with berries. And so far, we're pretty much formal balance. Obviously, if I did something on the left, I did it on the right. And that's where we're at so far. Instead of more berries or snowy anything, we're going to use these apples. And we're going to come off formally balance again here. Wanted to use this. I only have one, and it's not a sparkling thing. I might put it low. I have to go around. I'm still here. Here we go. And I just want to incorporate this end with the green. Greens is real important. If you don't know by now, anybody will tell you. You got to have greens. It's everything. Everything for your decorating. Now we're going to go out on a limb here. Let's see. I'm going to see if we want to use the gladiola. I'm going to bend that end over because I want to save it. I don't want to cut everything off, because sometimes I'll use it in a taller piece. Like this. Okay. Editing, 1, 2, 3. We're going to use some little bit of gold behind them. And since we can't use red like we usually do, I want to use some of this lavender. for a dramatic touch and bring this around in the front. I've got one of these little mums. I think I'm going to need a bigger, because then I'm going to get that here. And that's a bunch. You can buy that way. Now we're going to go off formal balance a little bit. You can see we're going to stop worrying about that. A little shorter. Now we got some lilies because our florist had them, supposedly, see? But just watch how they work here. Underneath, let that flow over. And I'm going to turn this a little bit so the camera gets a better angle. I think it's important to have something like this. It's a little, oh, it's a, like a thistle, or most people don't even know what it is, but it's like a little surprise in your arrangement. And what it does for you is usually amazing. I think that's almost our winter berry arrangement. Okay, so we're almost done. I want to add a little more interest here. Little bird, who doesn't love it? And then I need a little balance of some fruit here. And again, this is toned down, it's not red. There is a little sparkle, but it's real mild. Mild and wintery. Let me get in. Pick this up. Ever feel like you're never done? That's what florals can do to you. But I know I'm close. And I just want to finish. maybe. Like that. Okay, so I found a couple little things that I wanted to add in here. Hopefully you'll agree. These blueberries, just to help with it. Lavender, kick it up a bit. And then back here in the tall vases, we're going to match what we did on the table. So there's the real goodbye, and thanks for watching. Thanks so much for all the wonderful comments to our friends and everybody that loves the season. Okay, so here we want a little winter berry centerpiece for the breakfast table. And all I'm going to do is put this holly backing a simple pine cone inside so I can use it as an oasis. Pretty cheap, huh? Then I'm taking some of these white poppies, I think they're just fabulous, and they have little silver centers. So now that my oasis is cooperating, like it should, we're coming around with some balance. Pine sprig. Pine cone. And I want to get a bird in here to match the other. What do you think? One more poppy. Not that one. And this is a toned down version of a winter floral. One more match. Okay.
think we're good.